Hi guys, Diana Min here with Peter Estevez,
Hello, everyone. Hello, Diane.
the one and only.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we just got out of an ayahuasca ceremony, which was Peter's first time uh, experiencing this sacred plant medicine. And yeah, I really am excited to hear about how your experience was.
A wonderful experience. It's something that is going to be very difficult to explain in a short video. But it was a wonderful experience. It was a little scary at times. There was moments that I was literally having an out-of-body experience. And for someone that is not used to something like that, for someone that is not used to digging into themselves, deep within themselves, it can be a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I kept pulling myself through, and I kept talking to myself and telling myself that this was not for me, that my journey is beyond me, beyond my ego, that my journey is to the greater service of God, the universe, and the whole.
Yes.
And that in order for me to be able to transcend who I am today and become the person or the man that I want to be, I need to look outside what I'm accustomed to, look
Yes.
outside my box, and grow mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. And this is one of the journeys that I have undertaken. Kindly invited by you, Diana, and I am so glad. I am so glad that you encouraged me to do this because this has been a life-changing experience.
Oh,
I can't. It's something that you cannot explain. It's unexplainable. But I
yeah.
did, during the process, during the ceremony, I did some deep digging, and I was able to realize that it doesn't matter how much we work on ourselves. There's still a lot of work we need to do.
Ooh. So many layers. We're multi-layered beings, and I mean, speaking for myself, who sat in a little bit over 40 ceremonies, there's so many layers. Like the work is never done, but that's actually what's beautiful about life is that you never you never experience the same thing twice, there's always new experiences to uncover, new lessons to be learned, new wounds to be healed. Like it's
Absolutely.
just we're such multi-layered beings, and this work is a lifetime of work. It's not just for, okay, we're healed. It's just like it's a constant work on ourselves, and that's the masterpiece of our life.
Absolutely. What's very interesting is that for the last few months, I have been feeling that I'm lacking something. That there's something within me that is missing.
Yeah.
That although I am committed to personal growth and personal development, there's still a lot of emptiness within me. There was still a lot of holes. And I'm not saying that this is going to be the heal all, solve all, but I think this is a process that will take me into a different state of my growth, a different state of my development, which I'm very, very excited to enter. It's interesting because as hard as I fought the ceremony at times and moments, you know, my subconscious was at the same time pushing to go forward, and I want to explore any possibility out there to not only help my recovery, but to be able to help others in their journey.
Yes.
And I encourage people to listen to the podcast with the Urban Indigo. Diana Ming is a wonderful, wonderful podcast. She's very transparent. She bears it all out. She does not hold back. And if you want to know how you can prevail in any journey, regardless of who you are, where you are, listen to her story. It's really, really worth listening to.
Thank you, Peter. And I just want to touch on, what you just said as well, is that, you're pushing through to do this work as much as you resistant at times. And what it is because we're multi-dimensional beings, and I think you really felt that in the ceremony, right? Where you
I
felt
do.
like it's not just you in this physical space, and it's not just your soul, but it reverberates within the dimension. Like what I experienced today is realizing that, like, what we're doing here, the work that we do in these ceremonies, it's creating a ripple effect, like throughout the universe, not just for our own healing, but the healing of the collective consciousness. And it's so beautiful. And like Peter said, it's really beyond words. And I would love to have an episode, like a follow-up episode, where we can actually like dive deep into these topics and really get into the deeper layers of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're releasing, Diane, the Urban Indigos podcast, the episode, in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to be promoted accordingly. And after her episode airs, we would program another episode between you and I, so we can go deeper into my journey,
Yes.
and so I can be as transparent as given as you were with your time, with your energy,
Yeah.
with your experiences.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for the bottom of my heart for this opportunity. And the wonderful people that I met here in the ceremony. It is very interesting because if most people wouldn't realize this, but I'm actually very much an introvert. It's very hard for me to hold space in a public setting, in a group setting. I'm the guy that would always hide in the corner in the back. In fact, I did this when I first got to the ceremony, and then I realized I'm not here for me. I'm here for them. I'm here for him. I'm here for the universe. And that let me free and allow me to really enjoy the experience.
Oh, yes. Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom of just freedom to be. I think that's really what I got the message too, was like we have the freedom to be us in our full expressions and to be held in that way and completely in love and with God. So yes, I'm so
Big
so
hug.
happy for you.
Thank you, Diana.
Thank you.
And thank
You're
y'all for
welcome.
watching us today. Thank you for joining us. And please follow Diana Ming. You want to tell them where they can
Oh
find
yeah,
you?
so you can find me on Instagram at the Urban Indigo, and I am actually, I don't know, maybe I can say this on here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I had this divine notion that I'm going to create a YouTube series called the Ayahuasca Diaries.
Wow,
And-
incredible,
yeah,
incredible.
Yeah, and so look out for that soon.
Absolutely. We'll have more information about that in our future snippets. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good one.